You open the fridge at 9 p.m., not because you're hungry, but because something in you won't let the search stop. You already ate dinner, you're not starving, and yet here you are, standing in the cold light, scanning shelves for something that isn't even there. What if that urge isn't weakness? What if it's the oldest survival instinct you have, firing perfectly in a world built to exploit it? For 2 million years, your ancestors' bodies were shaped by scarcity. Calories were rare, fat and sugar were rarer still, and finding them meant the difference between surviving a lean season and not. So evolution did something simple. It made high-calorie food feel like winning. A jolt of pleasure, a flood of dopamine, a brain that says, remember this place, remember this taste, come back. That reward system worked exactly as designed for almost the entirety of human history. Then, in the span of about 1 human lifetime, the food itself changed, not slowly, almost overnight, and your brain never got the memo. The psychologist Paul Rosen has spent decades studying what he calls the omnivore's dilemma, the built-in tension every omnivore faces between seeking new foods and fearing them. Humans evolved to be flexible eaters, testing unfamiliar plants and animals in a world where the wrong choice could kill you. That flexibility kept our ancestors alive across deserts, forests, and ice ages alike. But flexibility has a cost. A brain built to explore is also a brain that can be redirected. And in the last century, something learned exactly how to redirect it. Here's the strange part. Whole foods, the ones your ancestors actually ate, rarely combine large amounts of fat, sugar, and salt all at once. Nature almost never bundles them together in the same bite. An apple has sugar, a nut has fat, meat has salt and protein, but a modern snack food often stacks all three simultaneously in a ratio that essentially never occurs outside a factory. The neuroscientist and researcher Dr. Nicole Avena has studied how these combinations interact with the brain's reward circuitry, and her research suggests this stacking effect can trigger a dopamine response sharper than any single ingredient could produce alone. Not because the food is more nutritious, because it's more novel to a brain that has never, in its entire evolutionary history, encountered that exact combination before. Your ancestors' cravings were a compass pointing toward survival. Your cravings today are being aimed on purpose by people who understand that compass better than you do. This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's documented industry practice. Food scientists use a concept called the Bliss Point, the precise ratio of sugar, fat, and salt that maximizes pleasure without triggering the brain's natural enough signal. Push past the bliss point and people feel full and stop. Land exactly on it and they keep reaching for more, often without consciously choosing to. Think about that phrase for a second. Not how do we make this delicious, how do we make this delicious enough to bypass the stop signal? Your ancestors never needed a stop signal to bypass because nothing in the natural world hit that ratio. Now, an entire industry is built around finding it in laboratories with focus groups refined over years, then packaged and placed at eye level in every grocery store aisle you walk down. So why does the craving feel like it's coming from inside you? Because it is. That's what makes this so disorienting. The Bliss Point isn't hacking some external system. It's hijacking the exact reward circuitry that once kept your ancestors alive during famine. The same dopamine pathway that made a starving hunter-gatherer remember where the berries grew is the one lighting up when you stand in front of the fridge at 9 p.m. The wiring hasn't changed in 5,000 years. The world around the wiring has changed completely. Here's the twist that reframes everything. This isn't a story about willpower. Willpower was never the variable evolution optimized for, because willpower wasn't needed in an environment where hyperpalatable combinations simply didn't exist. You can't fail a test you were never designed to take. Modern researchers studying ultra-processed foods, including work associated with the National Institutes of Health's controlled feeding studies led by Dr. Kevin Hall, found that people eating ultra-processed diets consumed several hundred more calories per day than those eating minimally processed meals, even when both diets were matched for calories, sugar, fat, and salt on paper. Something about the processed food itself, its texture, its speed of consumption, its engineered flavor combinations, drove people to eat more without realizing it. The subjects didn't report feeling less full, they simply kept eating. That single finding quietly dismantles a story you've probably been told your whole life, that overeating is purely a matter of discipline. If a controlled scientific population, matched calorie for calorie, ate more without noticing, then the food itself is doing something, not you, the food. Now look at your own kitchen differently. The 9 p.m. fridge scan wasn't a character flaw. It was a 50,000-year-old survival algorithm, encountering a stimulus this algorithm was never built to resist. This changes how the story ends and how you might carry it forward. Your ancestors trusted their cravings because for almost the entire history of the species, cravings and survival pointed the same direction. That relationship has been quietly severed, replaced by an industry that discovered how to speak the exact language of ancient hunger without offering any of the nutrition that hunger once guaranteed. You are not weak for craving what glows under supermarket lighting. You are running ancient software in an environment engineered deliberately and scientifically to trigger it. So the next time you find yourself standing in the cold light of an open fridge at 9 p.m., searching for something that wasn't there 5 minutes ago, pause before the verdict arrives. This isn't proof that something is wrong with you. It's proof that something very old in you is still listening, exactly as it was built to. The trap was never your appetite. The trap was built around it.